In order for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first on the agenda, we've got a joint with the Aberdeen City. The Hedges rezone. You want to go ahead?
This is 171102 for the city, 471 for the county. They're requesting to end split zoning on a piece of property going from agriculture and mini-ag to mini-ag. Property is located at, currently, it's 12849 387th Avenue with the plat. The address for this property will change. The petitioner is requesting this petition to rezone in order to eliminate the split zoning on proposed Lot 1 that occurred as a result of replating the property. The petition to rezone is approved by the Joint City-County Planning Commission on November 21st with the stipulation that the accompanying plat must be approved and filed with Brown County Register of Deeds. Staff recommends approval.
Want to take care of yours first?
All right, roll call for us, Carl.
Councilmember Bunceness, Johnson. Here. Lunsman, Olson. Here. Remley. Here. Ronayne. Here. Rupp. Slade Hansen. Mayor Leeson.
I'm here. Do I hear a motion on the ordinance?
Move. Second.
Motion Ronayne, second by Remley. Any questions on this? Carl?
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Mayor Leeson.
Aye.
All right, ordinance 471. Anyone here to speak on it? Any questions from the commissioners?
Move first reading.
Motion from Fishback.
Second.
Second from Feldheim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, guys.
Motion to adjourn the city?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Motion and Johnson and Remley to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have a
We're out
good
of
day.
there. We're done.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, take care.
Morning. What?
I know, right?
All right, that brings us to our regular agenda. We'll wait just a few minutes for the 8:50 because I don't see Michael here quite yet. Maxine, do you want to go through our minutes and a few of your items?
Okay, minutes from November 21st.
Move.
Motion from Sutton. Second from Hanson. Any questions or corrections to those minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims and payroll.
Move.
Motion from Feldheim, seconded by Fishback. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
HR report.
Move
Motion from Fishback, second from Hanson. Questions on the HR report? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Flats, there was climate control, Midsole, Hedges, Dell, Cleveland. I think that's all of them.
Move.
Motion from Sutton,
Second.
second from Feldheim. Any questions on those? There was no controversy on those last week. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Authorize advertising the rezone for Woolman property. I believe it was in the packet.
Move.
Motion from Sutton, second from Hanson. Questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
A lease agreement with After the Fact for Target to use the cattle panels for Black Friday.
The good news is they didn't pay us in a gift card this year. $50 for the use of
I
it.
move it.
Motion from
Second.
Feldheim, second from Fishback. Any questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Other than the clubhouse and the ATM, do you want to address either of those now?
Michael, are you outside? Good morning. Why don't we just roll into our 8:50? Michael's going to talk to us about the assessment notice mailing bids. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you.
Good.
I got 3 quotes for assessment notice mailing,
Okay.
printing, mailing, stuffing. It's easier probably just to go by the piece. So we got the 3. I got Quality Quick Print here in town who's been doing our notice for a number of years. Since they don't use bulk mailing, they're about 71.5 cents each. Qualified out of Sioux Falls is about 58 cents each, and then Bourne's Group in Aberdeen is about 61.5 cents per unit. And so there's anywhere between 13,000 and 15,000 notices. Some of them we can get double stuff. So,
So two are local is what you're saying, right?
Yep, 2 are local, and then there's Qualified Presort, which does assessment notices for half a dozen counties, or actually about a dozen counties.
Okay, any questions for Michael?
So the one in Sioux Falls would be printed and shipped out of Sioux Falls, right?
Correct.
The printing and mailing, okay, good.
Yep.
I mean, I want to make sure I was understanding that.
Borns came in with a very good quote, I think. And then happy to deal with them. Both of them had test files. This year we're going to try to push and get more people signed up for the email notices. So that's going to actually be on the notices. I've had Paul set up an email. So we'll eventually we'd like to get more people signed up for that. But
What date do the emails go out?
somewhere between February 25th and March 1st. Law says March 1st.
Okay.
They'll have the plan is to have them at the end of January, everything finalized.
Tax notices go out first, right?
Yeah, they go out somewhere in
Yeah.
January. But ours will go out March 1st, but they'll have that file early, is the plan. First week of February is what the calendar I put for the whole team, so.
I noticed about a, oh, go ahead.
The Barnes Group doesn't currently do any counties right now for
They
mail?
don't. But they do the biggest difference is the bulk mailing. They get that discount, and most of the time we can make it up between one envelope and one stamp. And so that's the difference between the quality quick print. You go to the post office, you buy that stamp, that's what they're doing. Where the other two are using a bulk mailer.
Is there there's no law that says we can't?
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, like I said,
Okay.
it's something where it's actually more efficient to do it that way. They'll, both Qualified and Borns Group will actually condense, so if one person has 5 pages, hopefully they'll condense all 5 of those, is what they said, and send it in one envelope.
Good.
So,
I know there's about a $500 difference, but I like the fact if we could keep it local. I mean, those people are Brown County taxpayers, and it's nice to keep it local,
I know.
I agree.
but they're not the lowest quote, but still, they are taxpayers and they do business here and so on.
$500 isn't that much of a difference when it comes
No,
to
no.
local businesses for them.
3.5 cents is not
Yeah.
per notice, so it's not. And I did this, the quote that you're seeing is based on 13,500.
Yeah,
So,
that could vary.
Right.
yeah, like I said, I was impressed with their quote.
I agree with Dwayne. I like that we have 2 local bids, and what, I just prefer to kind of stay with them than our local. If there's a greater difference, maybe, but
Any other questions?
I would be prepared to make a quote that we accept the Barnes Group quote.
I second it.
Okay, we've got a
Which
motion
one?
from Sutton,
Borns.
seconded from
Borns
Hanson
Group.
to go with
Did
the
you get
Borns
this?
Group of Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And the quote was, .6150 for each piece at $13,005 was the quote. And the amount was $8,302.50. Any questions on that? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks
for
for
the
doing
work.
the footwork on that.
Thank you.
You did say you had that, okay.
All right, that goes back to Max.
Other than Clubhouse and ATM,
I have not heard anything on Clubhouse.
I haven't either. I understand they're going to send in a counter proposal, but I haven't heard that we've received it or what it
They
is.
better be doing it.
are we getting kind of to the end of time here?
Yeah.
Well, we got till next year's fair, but I mean,
I mean,
it'd be nice to have something in place.
That would be nice.
Better put it off another week then.
Okay.
Let's go to the ATM agreement with 605 Ventures. Did you guys get some info on that?
The agreement's
There
in
was
the
something
packet.
in the packet.
You have copies
No.
to both agreements.
Yeah.
Right there it is.
Is
that the agreement right there?
Sorry.
So basically, the folks that were providing our ATM decided they wanted to give us a little kickback after, how many years have they been here? 15, 12, 15 years?
They've had every opportunity to make us an offer to pay us a per transaction fee up to this point, and I just don't like the fact that someone else comes in and gives us a quote and gives us a proposed better deal, and then they come in with a deal that they could have given us all along. So I would make a motion that we accept the proposal from 605 Ventures.
And I'd second that.
Okay,
For the
motion
same
from
reason.
Sutton, second from Hanson.
So, how many years is that for?
I think it's at 3 years, isn't it?
3
Ours is a 1.
Yours is one, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for here.
Yeah, the local, the current one was the 3.
Oh, okay.
And that 3 years is
Are
up.
you okay with the 3 or the 1 or?
I do that for the fact that, just as long as, make sure you guys are happy with us and we're happy with the situation. So, we'll prove ourselves to you, so at the end of next year, I'll come back and talk again.
All right, any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Appreciate all your work on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm gonna sign one right away.
Sure.
This might be our shortest meeting ever.
I like
Woo-hoo.
start to like these short ones. You kind of set the...
I don't know if I set the pace on it, but...
I didn't know we had challenges going.
Well, we better not broadcast that. Right, Shannon?
I'll leave it for 5 minutes next time.
Exactly, it looks like we're not working very hard.
Oh, we can take longer.
We work a lot when you leave here, you know.
All right, we'll get that to Jay.
I'll have him sign our copy.
Okay.
I can come see you after Matt, after the meeting.
Okay.
Was there any other items that got added to your list, Mac?
No.
And when do you anticipate that you would install that?
I can have it here at 1 o'clock if you'd like. You guys just gotta tell me when this will be
They
folded.
said they need probably a week to pick theirs up. I just need to let them know whenever you want to put it.
All we really have to do is unplug the phone line and unplug it and leave it
Yeah,
set there and
move
plug
it,
the new one.
move it aside.
Exactly.
Take the money out.
So you could do it at 1?
Yep.
We could start making money.
Absolutely.
I'd say have it here at 1.
Okay?
That works.
Okay. You said nothing else had come in. Anything else?
Yeah, a couple things. The sheriff's got a note from the Shriners that they take toner, and so they were wondering, generally what happens currently is that there's a box in our mailroom that people put the containers in, and Dakota Inc. usually comes and picks those up. Since the Shriners are a non-profit, they were wondering if you had any issue with us giving them to the Shriners instead.
It'd go to a good cause. The Shriner program has helped many that I know of.
And we don't get anything from it when
No, they just give it back.
I would say give it to the Shriners. That would be my...
Okay,
Okay, fine with that?
we'll let them know.
See no objections.
Just for, I am a Shriner, so I'm going to let you know, I mean, it doesn't matter to me one way or another, they are a worthy cause, and we don't get anything out of it either way, but I want to divulge that I am
Put
a
it on the
Shriner.
record. Yep.
And then I'd better say my great aunt was the head nurse for Shriners, so
I think that's far enough.
I guess maybe someone else better make a...
You making a
suggestion.
motion on it?
Is just... Do you need a motion, Gary? Did we need a motion when
I
the other
don't
one
think
started
so.
taking?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how many years.
I don't know how they start.
We just recycled it through that company,
Yeah.
and then they quit, and we didn't want to stop accumulating it, and so Patty visited with Matt, and he said he would take it.
But we're not getting anything.
No.
He just
Well, just for the sake of things, I'll make the motion that we go, the recycled cartridges go to the Shriners.
A motion for Altheim, second for Fishback. Any questions?
I'll abstain from the vote.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Sounds good. And then Judy brought up, we're going to be,
Yeah.
once we start locking doors down, I assume she was assuming that we'd want to order some public entrance and employee-only entrance signs. Do you have any issue with that? And then she also asked if we wanted to put up Spanish signs at all for the doors and offices and things.
How many
How far
languages
you
would
want
we
to
have
take
do?
that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, We have a lot of diverse population now. It'd be hard, which language are you gonna say?
Exactly.
Are they only gonna say employee, or do they direct them to which one to get to? That'll
Well, and
be the-
yeah, we could possibly do some arrows too, but if you have them at least marked public entrance
think
and
we
private
switched.
entrance, that should be a pretty good
I stole your
indicator,
pen, is what
so.
happened.
No, but
But like at the north door, we could certainly put an arrow over to the treasurer.
Yeah, I think they're gonna need some type of designation, because you don't want people thinking we're closed for business, that it's locked.
Well, it's sometimes it's the placement of the signs where you're going to get less of a problem. Like people like to walk up to a door, especially if they have difficulties, and then find out they can't go in. Do we need to do it at the end of the sidewalk? Do we need to, I don't know.
I think if it's big enough next to the entrance, if they can read it from a distance,
Yeah.
that should suffice.
Okay.
That would be?
We'll plan on that with some arrows maybe and go from there.
Can you make a sign stating the entrances?
Like
West
with a
side.
little map or something?
No, not map, but if you just put entrances, that corner of this west side, you know, that way they've got all the 4 entrances that they can go in. And the building ain't that building ain't this big that they wouldn't be able to figure it out if you said southwest corner or west side or north. You know, that at least gives them the option of which 4 they can enter into.
Yeah, yeah, we can put one in the bulletin board up front too.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. That's all I had.
Okay. Anything else from the commissioner?
Chris, where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Nothing?
anything.
Okay.
The only thing I want to mention is last week I stated the fact that a lot of small engine people around town had informed me that the use of E30 was detrimental to small engines. After last week's meeting, I got a call from one of the owners of Thunder Road go-kart tracks, and he stated that they have used E85 in their go-karts for the last 10 years. And he said it's just a matter of recalibrating or readjusting the jets in your carburetor and to allow for additional fuel to go through, but they've had no problems. So I just want to go on the record that I support E30, I support ethanol and those things. So my statement last week was in no way that I don't support ethanol. I use ethanol in my vehicles all the time. But I would still urge people before they used it in small engine to take it to a qualified mechanic to have it adjusted accordingly if they're going to use E30. But like I said, Thunder Road's been using E85, which is even a considerably larger concentration of ethanol than E30 with no detrimental effects at all. So just want to make sure people know that.
Thank you.
Have they had the meeting to decide on the tanks yet?
After this meeting,
after this
I think the
meeting.
department will.
Yeah.
So I'll stay for that, and if one other wants to stay, that'd be great, whoever is available. Anything else from the commissioners? One other area we gotta think about as far as a lot of the doors are getting fobbed and locked now is how we're gonna handle these ones here. I know they came in and talked to you and you had some concerns about how do we lock these 2 down without, you know.
We can close them and I can use my key.
Okay. And then, obviously, this will be open during commission meetings, but we didn't know with going through here, the whole office will be a bit open then, so we'll have to have some discussions on that.
Okay.
That's all I had.
You can leave the waiting room open, just
No, it's
shut
the
that
second
door
door.
into the access off.
Fob that second one, or
That one
lock
could-
it. Because do your employees use that one quite a bit coming into the waiting room? Only during voting, or?
Usually during voting.
Yeah, they won't have to, we have our meeting, that's the only time.
So
It makes more sense to fob the waiting room door than our connecting door to our back room.
Yeah, because that one's just, there's nothing, everything's locked behind there, right?
Right, but it's been fobbed.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Okay. We'll have to look at that. All right, anybody else have anything? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Sutton, second by Fishback, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed nay. Motion carries, we are adjourned at